Hey guys, it's Gunner Run 13, and I'm doing a video following up on a video that I posted back about a month ago, and it was basically talking about my main battle rifle sight, the sight option that I choose to use on my main battle rifle, and I went over different options, which I posted on the last video. And I just wanted to add a couple things to that, kind of show you a couple things here real quick. One thing we talked about is a scope. Having some kind of magnifying sight that will give you multiplied magnification that you can reach out and touch a target from a distance. Like a scope. Different powers. Obviously scopes come in multiple different powers, so not really touching on specifically that. I don't care if it's a 2-time magnification, 4, 5, and so up, 15, you name it. That's a good option right there, that you can always use. And I also went over, your red dot scopes. Like, for instance, as an Aimpoint Comp ML2, and very awesome piece of equipment to have, which if I'm running any kind of optic right now, this is pretty much it right here. I've done EOTech and the Aimpoint. I like both a lot, but this right here is what I would be running if I were to use some kind of sight. And I also talked about going with a more economical version, which is basically same thing right here, basically a cheaper version of an Aimpoint type of sight. Not saying it's exactly it or not, but it's an economical option, for preppers on the budget. And that's what I want to kind of go over on this video, kind of taking off on this specific sight right here. Okay, let me put these down here real quick, kind of show you what the main part of this video is, and it's just kind of to show you a couple things that I picked up. Okay, now what I got here is my M4, and what I'm showing you these sights for on here is just because this is such a modular option. This rifle, It's a good platform to kind of show you a couple things that I picked up. So, this is my Rock River Arms. I've showed you this before. But I kind of want to show you a couple little items I picked up here. Now, if you look right here, this is a 20mm little red dot sight. And it looks almost exactly like the Aimpoint Micro. I think it's the Micro H or the Micro M. I can't recall offhand. There's a couple different companies that make these small little sights like this. Kind of similar to that Bushnell. And who else? A couple other companies make the small little micro sight. And I picked up this small little micro sight. I thought it was just a cool little option to have. Preppers on a budget that is looking for a red dot option and an optic like this. You're not going to break the bank. Something like this is going to run you about $100, but it's going to give you what you want. It's going to add to your platform. If you have nothing and you want to get that quick target acquisition, if something like that interests you, opposed to iron sights, and you want to go with like an Aimpoint or an EOTech or something like that. The big thing are these little micro sights. I figured this is an awesome sight. The micro option is really cool because I could use this on many different things. I could rig this up to go on, say, one of my little Kel-Tec Sub 2000. You could put it on a pistol. You could put it on a rifle. I might actually end up popping this on my main battle rifle, which is my AK-47. Once I get my Midwest Industries set up on there, I'm going to see if this thing will fit up on top of the US Palm cover, which they only make for various sites, but maybe I'll get lucky and this will fit, who knows. If not, I'll find something for it. I'll figure something out. This is just a cool little option. You know, here it is right up on top of my AR-15. And right underneath it, you also have, you know, your iron sight option, which we discussed before. My particular sight that I will have on my main battle rifle right now, my AK-47, I'm intending on sticking with my iron sights right now. Looking at some night sights, some XS big dot front sight and rear night sights. That's the option I want to go with right now, but eventually I might move an optic on top of, might move this optic right here and try it out on my AK. We'll see. We'll see if I go with what I will end up doing. But you can go ahead and kind of remove this here real quick. One good thing about the AR-15, very versatile, especially when you're running multiple rails. So that was a little sight I wanted to show you, and here's another little sight too. This was actually, I was running this on my AK for a little bit on a video I posted, but this is another thing. This is a another sight that you can get for around $100, a little under. Reflex red dot, green dot sight that you can mount up. You know, for the people, the preppers on a budget who need or want an optic that you know, they don't want to go out and spend the money on, you know, 200, 300, up to Aimpoint and EOTech money, you know, $400-500. Or the sad thing is, as far as that Aimpoint microsight, like we were just talking about, that this kind of looks like. You know, I'm all for Aimpoint. I love Aimpoint, but they are selling that thing for $600, and it just blows me away. Little microsight for $600 from Aimpoint. You know, I can't knock the technology and the quality, but wow, that is really, really expensive. I'm glad I got my Aimpoint right now. You know, one day I might have an EOTech again. I'm thinking about picking one up again, but I really like my Aimpoint. But this is another option right here. You know, something you can mount on an AK, AR, you know, anything that you want a quick target acquisition capability. You know, and you get that with this. This is something else. Another optic, you know, on a budget, for the prepper on a budget. So, you know, I just want to let you guys know, you might know, I'm sure some of you guys know, that you don't have to go out there and break the bank on a nice sight. I mean, I've had this for a little while, I haven't really got to use it much. It seems pretty solid. You know, time will tell. You know, you're not getting a $500 sight here. Same thing with that little micro sight. But it's just that extra little option that you know, you can have and you can utilize on some of your weapons, be it that if you have multiple rifles, multiple weapon systems, you know, and you want to maybe get some optics, say if you're setting up buddy weapons or for your community, you know, and you're not going to buy EOTechs and Aimpoints for those rifles, you know, these might be a great option to go ahead and throw on your rifles, your secondary or your community rifles. Same thing with that micro dot. Put it on a pistol. You know, you can put on multiple uses. So, you know, that's why I picked a couple of these things up. You know, I've been checking out the newer technology on them. I'm pretty impressed, you know, for what you can get around $100. And like for this one, it has multiple reticles too, red and green. Actually, I had a micro sight just like that, and I actually ended up returning and picking that one up. But it had red dot, green dot, it even had a blue dot, which was kind of a little unusual. I've never seen that before. But, you know, different options out there. I kind of wanted to kind of cover and discuss, you know, going off of that video that I did post out about my main battle rifle sight. And that was it. Wanted to touch on those options, guys, and gonna run 13, and we'll have some more videos coming for you soon. Thanks, guys. Oh, and guys, just another take on it. Here's a quick look of it running flat on my receiver of my AR, this micro dot. And the cool thing about it is, you know, the way this flat top receiver actually steps up to the next level here, so I can run it just on this top. I don't need an extra mount to where I can run it in line with my sights. And you know, this is another option, and this is pretty much the same option I do with my aim point on this particular rifle. Because if that battery, I mean if that sight goes down, you know, you have your option of you know, you pop up your flip ups, and there you go, and you can run that sight to co-witness if the sight goes out. If the sight goes out, you have your iron sights right there. You get a quick release on this thing, or you can run a co-witness with your red dot sight to begin with. So just want to throw that in real quick, because some people, it may just be the iron sights you may need, or for a prepper on a budget, check out one of these more economical red dots. I recommend them. Thanks, guys.